saddle, he wore a shining star. His job to offer battle to bad men near and far. He conquered fear and he conquered hate. He turned dark night into day.
Welcome everyone to another episode of The First Watch. I'm Dan LaMarca. As always, I'm joined by Tom Osborne, aka Ozzy. How are you, Oz?
What's going on, guys?
I am also joined, as always, by Dave Eggers.
Where do white women at?
I knew it. I should have guessed it.
I was going to say, do you guys want to start taking bets on what the line's going to be?
Yeah,
we should have.
The over-under on the first quote, what the first quote was going to be.
Yeah. We should have done it. And that unfamiliar voice on the podcast, we have our friend Eamon here as a guest. He's our first guest. You have the privilege of being the first guest on the First Watch. Welcome, Eamon. Give us a little background. If nobody has heard our wonderful movie awards from last year that we'll be doing every year, what is your relation to the podcast, and then relation to this movie we're about to talk, Blazing Saddles?
So friend of Tom's from out here in Portland. Met him working at the courthouse.
Bunch of lawyers.
Tom and I just started going to see a bunch of Tom and I just started going to see a bunch of movies together, and figured it would be a good excuse to talk about some of the stuff we've seen.
Nice.
The first lawyer movie we did here a few weeks ago was you did
Yeah, definitely. I mean, still not the best, but it's up there. But
What?
And then Blazing Saddles was like, it was weird. Like, I don't think I watched it as a kid. I'd seen a bunch of other Mel Brooks movies. I want to say like I stumbled on it in college, and it was just one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. I couldn't believe that they had gotten away with it.
Probably a good reason this isn't one of the childhood touch points of Mel Brooks, because some of his other stuff's maybe a little more child friendly.
Yeah, definitely growing up on Looney Tunes. But I'm trying to...
It was so funny because... Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead, you good.
Go ahead, Eamon.
Yeah, no, because the first of his movies I watched was first one was Young Frankenstein, which is still my favorite. Mm-hmm. The second, I was in 5th grade, and my 5th grade teacher, by the name of John Myers, recommended it to me and my family and said, like, oh my gosh, you guys have to watch this movie. It's absolutely hilarious. And we watched it, and we were cracking up. And then there's that scene at the very end where they're trying to find the emergency shutdown button. And when they open it up and they don't see it, and they just scream, fuck. It's like the one fuck that you get away with. Yeah. And my mom was so anti-swearing. She flipped out. I think she tried to take the tape out of the VCR.
Right at the end.
She was so pissed at that teacher. She was like, how could he recommend this?
Jesus.
Go to a Catholic school. You were in 5th grade.
That was
hysterical.
I like that was the part of Young Frankenstein that she had a problem with.
Not even Young Frankenstein. Like, my dad showed me Young Frankenstein. They were fine with that, and I think it was because I was actually too young to get all of the sexual innuendo.
Okay.
But Spaceballs being just late enough, and me knowing that fuck was a bad
Spaceballs
word.
was on TV. Come on.
But it's that.
but not with the fuck word.
Spaceballs.
Yeah, fair, I guess.
Yeah.
But you get that far, and then all of a sudden.
Well, Eamon, we're happy to have you here on the podcast. This is the first of many. We have quite a few guests, friends, family of the podcast that are signing up for some of our movies. So there will definitely be some that's just the core 3, and then we'll be branching out and having some guests on in the future. So Blazing Saddles, Dave, this was your pick.
It was.
We're going to get into a little bit of history around it first, including some really interesting Academy Award stuff with this movie.
Oh,
I don't know if you're aware of.
I did zero homework for this.
Good. Let's keep it that
going
way.
in blind. Just like elementary school.
So, in Blazing Saddles is from 1974, Mel Brooks movie. If you look at, for me, just thinking about Mel Brooks and going through his filmography as a director, he did The Producers in 67, did The 12 Chairs in 1970, which is not one I'm familiar with.
No, I haven't seen that one either.
And then 1974, Blazing Saddles comes out shortly before Young Frankenstein in the same year. So this is kind of his first like foray into a full-blown like parody, like insane, fourth wall breaking, which he will then continue to do over and over again,
which is great. I think the way he does that is almost one of a kind. But
yeah, and I'm excited to talk about this movie because, I mean, I guess we should, off the bat, Tom, this is your first watch, right?
Yep.
Dave, obviously, this is one of your 5 faves, so you've seen it a few times.
Too many times.
I've seen it a lot as like a young teenager, mid-teenager. Loved it. Big fan. Me and friends would, say many lines from this movie, and loved it. And then haven't seen it in like 15 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And Eamon, you said you watched it sometime in college and was like loving the humor of it. So,
yeah, absolutely. And I've come back to it like a couple of times. It's just like one of those things, like they're just like little things you notice every other time you watch it.
Oh yeah, I mean,
it's so dense.
Joke after joke after joke, very
so
dense. Yeah.
We'll get into it.
It really, I mean, obviously, it's a straight up comedy in a similar way to what Shaun of the Dead is, but it does feel that same like DNA of like we have jokes in every single frame. There's a joke. There's a joke. There's a joke. There's a joke. But let's talk about the movie a little bit. So, some interesting backstory, like interesting, almost like history in almost like a mythological way of this movie, where there's the bit that John Wayne talked about, where the Waco Kid, Mel Brooks, wanted to be like a real Western movie star, and he asked John Wayne if he would do it. And there's a quote, I believe, and I'm gonna try to find it, but I know that Mel Brooks said like, "Hey, I wanted that character to be authentic." I have it here. He said, "I walked over and said, Mr. Wayne, I made a movie called Blazing Saddles. It's a comedy, but it has a lot of heart. There's a great part in it that I wish you would play." And he said, "Okay, you know what? I know you. I saw the producers. I laughed my head off. You're very funny. I'd love to read it." And then he said, "I laughed my ass off after reading it, but I couldn't make it. It's too dirty." And when he mentioned it again, he said he liked it so much, but he knew that if he played the part, it would take away from what the movie was going for, because he couldn't play it the way that he needed that character to play it. And Mel Brooks later was like, "Yeah, I think that was the right choice for the movie as a whole." But I just think that's a really interesting like little piece of
Well, so I was, even this time watching it, right? You look at it and it, to a point, it has like a Western format to it. Like it does follow the format of Westerns. It's not just like, say, what was it, 1,000 Ways to Die in the West, where it was just a comedy that took place in the West, but it didn't feel like a Western.
Yes, this does feel like a Western. And I think a lot of the cinematography of this movie is very Western in a fun way, where you have these huge sweeping panoramic shots and like really some cool stuff they're doing as a movie, which I found interesting on this watch. But the other part,
on the John Wayne thing,
go ahead.
quick.
Yeah.
So I think that was the right decision, because I think it's really hard to be a parody of yourself, because now you've seen people do parodies of John Wayne.
Yes.
And could you imagine him doing a parody of himself? It doesn't really work.
No, it doesn't.
And also I think it's really funny that the guy who was going to go beat up a Native American for speaking at the Oscars was like, "This movie's too dirty." Native American woman who spoke at the Oscars. He was going to punch her.
They should have just kept him and used him.
To be fair, that was a bit later.
I understand, but I just think it's funny. This movie's too dirty.
Well, I think what you're saying about the authenticity thing too is interesting, because there are definitely aspects of it where they were very like, it wasn't just that they were going to make a comedy. Like he genuinely wanted to make a Western. I think that the funniest example of that was the theme song, and how he basically tricked. And I'm totally drawing a blank on the name of the guy that composed it. But he basically just lied to this composer and said, "No, I'm making a Western. It's called Blazing Saddles," and wrote this super earnest, like, grinning cowboy ballad. And it's just a great cowboy song.
It's really good.
Ripped right out of the 60s.
So the music is by John Morris. just
John Morris.
throwing out that that's yeah. And the funny part is, I believe, and I will double check this, but I believe that he was nominated for Best Song in the Academy Awards for that song, and it's
interesting.
written by Mel Brooks and
He performs
music
it.
by John Morris. Yeah,
That's awesome.
and I
Well, I
just
think
think
he
that's
was-
hysterical.
And I think he was pissed when the movie came out because he thought he was writing a straight western, and it's
Yeah.
just like, I mean, I think that's the thing is like when you talk about like really really good satire, it's every single director that makes a really good satire universally talks about how much they love the genre. Like I feel like you have to have such a deep appreciation and understanding of it in order to pull it apart, put the stuff in that's funny and that's like not only making fun of it but also sort of doing a better, more archetypal job of embodying that filmic theme or whatever, and then puts it back together with all the stuff inside of it that is, and that's why I think that's why this works so well.
Yeah.
Is that it is a really earnest western, and they just use it as a vehicle to jam all the stuff about how stupid all these racist motherfuckers are, and I think that's why it works. Is that it's just like
So good.
When we get into it, that whole bit by Gene Wilder's Waco Kid, where he's like talking about the townspeople, and he just goes through. He's like, "These are real clay of the earth people," and then he sits there, moron.
common
just
clay
so
of the
good.
New West. Yeah,
It's so good.
well, like, I mean, even that town meeting with like the school marm and all that kind of stuff. And it's just like it's so good.
Yeah.
All the Johnsons.
It's great, but we'll get into that. There's a couple other things I want to talk about. One, if you noticed on the beginning credits, screenplay by Mel Brooks, and then you have a couple of names that are very important names but don't mean much to a lot of people, and Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor is one of the credited writers of the screenplay. And the interesting, again, bit of history here is Richard Pryor was originally cast as the sheriff, as Bart. And the studio said, absolutely not. We don't want anything to do with Richard Pryor right now. He's a disaster. He's doing too many drugs, and he's going to be a nightmare. So they got him off the set.
Was this before or after he set himself on fire?
I think it was before, which is kind of crazy. Which is kind of crazy. But yeah, so they literally could not. They refused to take him in as the lead of the movie. And the funny thing is, I love Richard Pryor, and I think he would do a fantastic job here. But Cleavon, Cleavon Little? Is that right? He is so fantastic in this movie.
He's perfect.
And the way I don't think anybody else could have played this role like he does, because when he has to sell that he's like the sophisticated suave guy, like he does it in a way that's so earnest. Yeah. And like obvious that this is not the guy that these people are portraying him to be. No. And it just makes it that much funnier when he's doing that.
Like to a degree, it's even like a level of code switching he can do.
Oh, clearly. Yeah. But that whole opening bit where they ask him to sing a song, Sorry, and they do a like really intense like a cappella, beautiful, and the way that he's singing it so like perfectly, it's just so like that's the thing where I think Richard Pryor, even though he could do that and it would be funny, it's a different type of funny.
I think Richard Pryor would have had trouble with some of the subtleties.
And Cleavon Little, I mean, fantastic.
No, absolutely,
fantastic.
Was that crazy? Is he putting on a British accent in that very first scene, or is that just?
I think he's just speaking very properly. Is the idea? I don't think it was an actual full-on British accent.
That completely threw me off, and then because he doesn't have to do that the rest of the movie.
No, only there are things where he like changes his voice and inflection of like certain things to. Again, it's also very Looney Toony in that sense of like when he comes in with the candygram, he's like candygram.
So
you know what I mean?
So let's talk Cleavon Little very briefly. Something interesting about him is he did some off-Broadway stuff in the late 60s. Then he actually went, I think, 1970, he won a Tony Award for Best Actor in a Musical. Oh, wow. Which is pretty insane because after that, he just does a couple of TV shows. He's in an All in the Family episode in 71. He was in a sitcom a little bit. And then this is his first major film role. And he only got it because they wouldn't take Richard Pryor. And I just think that's so interesting.
Well, it's his only major film role. Like that's the wild thing is that he does
Yeah.
such a good job in this.
I know.
And his career is nothing but bit parts. It's wild.
It's really interesting being how good he is in this that it just really doesn't make any sense. And then I think, well, I think the only other. So there's a couple more small interesting things, but the movie itself, I said it was nominated for a couple Academy Awards. So best song we talked about, best film editing, this was nominated for.
That's really funny.
And the funniest one is Madeline Kahn nominated for best supporting actress.
Really?
Yeah.
Von Stuck?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
She's probably on screen for about 7 minutes.
If that.
And it is very good and very silly.
Yeah.
I can't even fathom the Academy nominating a role like this these days. It's so bizarre.
No, I don't know the lineup. Well, to be fair, Jamie Lee Curtis in
I guess that's true.
Everything Everywhere.
I guess that's true.
But I also think she is probably the most prominent woman in the film.
Yes.
So
that is really interesting.
That's the only
to me.
female nomination you're getting out of here.
I'm gonna check. I'm checking the 47th Academy Awards here. I want to see the nominees because this is very interesting to me.
She was great though.
I mean, it's not quite the cocaine 80s, but just the nominations that were handed out in the 70s, like there are movies and performances where you just hear that and you're like, really? Like for what?
Yeah.
It feels like it wasn't. It feels like it wasn't kind of the military industrial complex that it is now.
To be fair, there are nominees like that. I still have,
Well, yes,
but
fair enough.
So we have Valentina Cortez for Day for Night. We have Madeline Kahn, Blazing Saddles. Diane Ladd for Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore. Talia Shire for The Godfather Part 2. And winner is Ingrid Bergman for Murder on the Orient Express. So very interesting.
But she was nominated to not win, I assume.
Correct.
Okay.
Ingrid Bergman won.
Yeah.
But it's just fascinating to me. Like that is a really interesting performance to nominate for an Academy Award because most of her acting is in a musical scene where she's being silly, and like this apathetic,
it's not a great musical
tired of love,
not a great musical performance.
It's so interesting,
intentionally.
But anyway, and the thing that makes it extra funny is that Harvey Korman, who plays Hedley Lamar, is he makes that joke where he says like, and I'll be nominated for Best Supporting Actor. He says something like that where it's just like so silly. And then I think the only other thing we'll talk about before we jump in is Gene Wilder and where he's at in his career at this time, because he does a ton of Broadway.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously
he did The Producers. Whatever.
Yeah, he gets into Mel Brooks and becomes Mel Brooks's guy, right?
Obviously with, Frankenstein.
Yeah. Yeah, and so this is kind of like he has already been established as like a great fun actor in a bunch of good stuff, but maybe not fully, like he has Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory in 1971, right? Producers in 1967. Then it's Blazing Saddles, Young Frankenstein in 1974.
Willy Wonka wasn't a comedy.
No, but he has very high energy, obviously.
Well, so the serial killers.
Well, I mean,
this is a different discussion, but I think that movie is billed differently than what it is.
I think he's cast in it because of his particular energy.
Okay,
that he also brings to a lot of these Mel Brooks movies. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Well, but I think the interesting thing about his career is that he's really similar to Rick Moranis in that they both were huge stars and like underwent like massive personal loss, and then all of a sudden just kind of fell off the scene. Like, I mean, he was married to Gilda Radner, and like who is by all accounts maybe like the most beloved actor on early SNL. Like the entire cast. Like I read the oral history of SNL. Everyone loved her. She was this like incredibly funny, warm person. and she got ovarian cancer and like suffered through several years in like kind of the mid 80s, like right when Gene Wilder's kind of like major career arc,
and he wasn't
and
working.
She died of ovarian cancer. Yeah, and he just wasn't working.
Yeah, I know, it is interesting, and really his main collaborators are Mel Brooks, and then he does a ton of stuff with Richard Pryor in the late 70s, early 80s. And then, like you said, he takes a break and doesn't really do a ton with everything that was going on in his personal life. But he co-wrote Young Frankenstein and got a Academy Award for Best Adapted Screenplay nomination. Him and Mel. So, he's just such an interesting character because he's such he looms large in a lot of people's minds as like this great actor, and then you look at his credits and you're like, oh shit,
it's not that much.
Really didn't done that much.
It's just what he did.
Yeah.
Well, I think Willy Wonka really is like it's such a cultural staple.
And these Mel Brooks movies.
Yeah. No, but I'm saying like even to people who've never even seen
definitely,
those movies. Like
definitely.
I know people who probably haven't seen, like there are younger generations who haven't seen the original Willy Wonka.
Yes.
And will still know, who he is and who Willy Wonka is.
Well,
I agree.
I mean, his face is so expressive. I think that's why I think that's part of the reason why like Wonka kind of lives on in like memes and like modern culture. Is that like what his reactions and like just like how overtly and incredibly physical it was. Like it's honestly perfect for the kind of like short clips or memes or reaction shots that that feels like what has lived on, is because like when you've got him, wait, stop, don't go, and then doing like the front flip when he's walking out of Willy Wonka, like it's just it conveys so much in such a little tiny space that I think it's hard to replicate that level of like
the you get nothing. Yeah.
He the thing that's so interesting about this performance by him is it is so much more subdued, and when he wants to turn it on, it's that little bit of magic, right?
Yeah.
When he tries to get the clan members, when he's like, "Hello, boys,
boys.
Oh, boys, look what I got over here."
Well, that's something he does so well, especially in this movie, which, like, I think my own headcanon is a little different in this film, probably, but like, I don't think he's straight per se in this movie, or like really matters either way. But like, he definitely is more open and understanding in ways.
Oh, significantly,
in like a more tolerant way. But it could also come from being someone who would understand being othered as well. I think.
Right. Yeah, I think that's a reasonable read based on the I would agree with that. One other thing before we get into the actual text is it's in the text of the movie that the Harvey Korman character's name is Hedley Lamar. Mm-hmm. There was an actress named Hedy Lamarr who was a really famous like starlet.
Also made some contributions to the physics community.
Significant. Yeah. She's a really interesting person.
Great. Whole different discussion. But.
So she did. The funny thing is, in the movie, they talk about it all the time, where people missay his name.
They say Hedy.
It's like, it is Hedley, Hedley. And they make a comment. I think it's Mel Brooks' governor.
Yes.
Who says like,
you'll be able to sue. This is 18-something. You'll be able to sue her.
Yeah. And she sued them.
That's awesome.
No.
She sued them for $100,000, saying that it's an infringement on her name being. They did like right to privacy suit. Mm-hmm. And Mel Brooks said he's flattered and chose not to fight in court and settled outside for a small sum and apologized for almost using her name. And he said Lamar never got the joke.
Well, because I thought I guess I had and I haven't looked at the source, but I thought it was kind of flipped. I thought what happened was the joke in the original script was just the Hedy Lamarr thing, and then she got wind of it, or someone read it and filed suit to enjoin him to prevent them from using it in the movie, and then at that point that's why they wrote in the you can sue her, like. Oh,
that's interesting.
I think. Yeah, because I think we were talking earlier about like the meta thing, and it's like it's this, the theme song, and then the joke about like that's not my you're licking my arm. There are just like so many little bits of very, very meta humor where like they are commenting on this movie being made.
Yeah.
And it's just little things that like you don't get until you realize like all this stuff was happening sort of in the background, and then just a little offhand joke like that kind of sneaks in, and it tells the story of all these things that were happening while this movie was getting made. I like that. To me, is one of the things that makes me laugh the hardest, is just knowing that backstory, and then and I think that's why I remember it being before the movie came out, because it was Mel Brooks not just saying, "Hey, we're gonna make a joke about Hedy Lamarr."
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna sue me, so I'm gonna double down on that shit. Like I am going to steer into it and make fun of the fact that someone didn't get this joke, and so we're gonna make that part of the movie.
What I will say is I am citing the most reliable source, Wikipedia. So there is a chance that you're right, and there's more to it than what I have read. But I guess just to wrap this particular bit before we get in is box office wise. So it says 26.7 million in its initial release, and then in 1976 they reissued it. It got 10.5 million and another 8 million in 1979 when they re-released it again. So they just kept putting it out and making more and more money. And of course, it was made for a budget of 2.6, so it was a pretty good return on investment.
Good turnaround.
Lifetime box office, obviously, this is with many releases, not just those three, is 120 million. But yeah, this was definitely a big hit at the time, and a lot of good critical reviews. People really liked it. Obviously, nominated for 3 Academy Awards, so I think it was well respected in a way that back then I think they did obviously. Respect comedy a little bit more at the time. There were a lot more Academy Award nominations for straight up comedies.
Well, him coming out with this and Young Frankenstein in the same year.
It was crazy.
His 2 best movies, probably.
Yeah, I would say so.
Most that have lived on, and
I think Spaceballs lives on a bit, but yeah, I don't think
it does. But that's not as good as these two.
No. I don't think he liked Star Wars as much as he loved Westerns.
Yeah,
I think
that's
or as much as he loved the old Vincent Price movies. Like again, I feel like it's back to like the point about like to make a good satire, you have to really, really like it. That's why like I think the best sci-fi like satire is Galaxy Quest, and you can tell the person that made Galaxy Quest absolutely fucking loved Star Trek. Yep. And so they did it, and I think that's the thing is that like you look at Spaceballs and it was like, yeah, there's funny stuff and I'm just going to make fun of the funny stuff in the universe. Yeah. But there's not that sense of affection for the genre. No. And it just feels like it's jokes kind of slapped onto what was in vogue.
I agree. And also like it's not as clearly one, like they blend a bit of genres as well, like or different movies like with the alien bit and stuff with the stomach, what he ate or whatever. But also I think he said it as yogurt. He said Spaceballs 2, The Search for More Money. Like
where they're making now.
I know, but it's just funny that it's like this one was more of a later, not as a heartfelt project.
Mel Brooks, he's still with us. He's 99 years old.
Yeah, I thought he died. I had no idea.
No, I knew
still hanging around.
I knew he was alive, but
and you look at him in this movie, he looks pretty old.
Yeah. I don't remember him like looking young, but obviously
he's a hard 50.
In my entire life, he wasn't.
So let's talk about the movie. It's not a very, I'll say off the bat, there are plot points and we'll roughly go through them. This is not a big plotty movie. We can kind of run through that pretty quickly. Yeah. I think it's mostly about what are your favorite bits. Let's talk through some of the funny stuff.
Yeah.
And then talk about the movie overall. So I think we open up with
some rail workers.
Well, we get the beautiful song.
Yes.
Credits, big sweeping Western shot.
Yes. Which they did like $2 million, which obviously $1976 is probably a lot more.
Yeah.
What they 74. What they did with that money is like very well spent in production value as far as like scenic shots, scenery.
Oh yeah.
Horse like animals and everything they got on set.
They did a lot of stuff with the horses.
Yeah, they did. Well, way before Peter would have had a field day. Yeah.
Dude, the explosions.
I still think the best visual gag is the noose on the horse. Like that's the one that like that's something
so
like
good.
You just don't need to
it's
like
that
one.
It
anymore.
It's that one and Mongo punching the horse in the face.
Oh
yeah.
Scott Snyder special over there.
So good. But anyway, so we open up on some rail work, right? We're laying track. We're seeing guys using the hand cart. And then we have our boys coming up, led by Slim Pickens.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of just throwing slurs around at the workers. We see a. Oh, sorry, am I missing something?
Slim Pickens?
Slim Pickens is the head like goon.
Okay. For some
those
reason,
guys.
I think I misread a credit where it said like Taggart was Slim Pickens.
Slim Pickens is Taggart.
Okay, so then before Taggart shows up.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, he comes.
I mean,
in.
I'm not.
What in the wild world of sports is going on here?
Yeah. Well, they set the tone very quickly, right?
Yes.
There are multiple slurs, different types of slurs,
Of course.
right off the bat, showing you exactly what they're going to be doing.
Not really knowing much about this movie, aside that it was a Mel Brooks Western, when it just hits you.
Oh yeah.
All the slurs at the beginning, it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Tarantino has to love this movie.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah,
not really. There's no feet, so
That's true.
Oh, there is no.
3.5
I can't-
stars
yeah.
at
I
most.
can't remember a single foot.
No.
So yeah, opens up. They're working on the rails.
Yeah.
Black and Chinese workers.
Yeah.
I didn't see any Irish, but maybe. And then you have the white supervisors or whatever you want to call them, trying to get the workers to sing some songs that you may stereotypically think, and they're very ignorant, racist people, and everyone else seems like a regular individual.
Uh-huh.
And so they're like, how about, what was the first one? Was it Amazing Grace? Or
No.
like, Swing Low.
No.
Yeah, Swing Low
And they're
Sweet
like,
Chariot.
no,
yeah.
we don't know that one.
Yeah.
He's like, how about Camptown Races? And they're like,
And then they start singing
Camptown
it.
Races. And then they're just jumping around singing. And then Taggart shows up. What in the wild world of sports is going on here? But they do their rendition of
They do it before.
before he
Yeah.
shows up.
And
I forget the name of the song,
I don't know the song.
but it's very well done classically.
And they're doing about 10 different instruments amongst themselves, like doing every single
I
noise.
get no kicks from champagne.
Oh, it's really good.
Mhm.
And he has such a beautiful voice.
Oh, he's
I mean,
great.
clearly he's a Tony Award winning.
Did you notice a familiar face in the crowd?
No.
Denzel Washington.
Denzel
I
Washington?
believe so.
No
Wait,
way.
no kidding.
I think so.
How old is Denzel?
I think he's very young.
If he's not, like, you're gonna have to
I know.
like
We're gonna have
issue
to
an
cut this.
apology.
I just thought it was Denzel.
I did not notice
It's
Denzel.
like-
Wait, you didn't verify?
Oh no, you didn't verify. You just said like, hey, there's a
Unbelievable.
black guy in a movie made in the 70s.
No.
and that's Denzel.
I thought I remembered it being.
I'm typing in, is Denzel Washington in Blazing
Yeah,
Saddles?
there's a lot writing on this right now.
I think
man.
it's like
King Kong
Nick-
ain't got shit on me.
I think it's like Nick Cage in Fast Times.
It says, no, Denzel Washington is not in the movie Blazing Saddles.
That's crazy.
Oh,
Is that
buddy.
Google AI or is that
I'm gonna be eating shit on this one. I
Yeah,
thought it was
that's
Denzel
tough.
Washington.
uncredited appearance?
Now,
Oops.
we've talked
Yeah,
too
he
much
didn't
about
start-
it. We can't cut
No,
this.
don't cut this.
He didn't start,
clearly
he
just
didn't start
saying
acting
it.
until like 1982. Yeah, he was like 10 years after this.
Really?
Wow.
I thought that was Denzel Washington. I would have
That's
sworn it was Denzel
hysterical.
Washington.
Well,
To
cancel
go back
Davey.
and
Won't be the first time.
Yeah, he's gonna have to write an apology in NAACP.
Oh well.
Okay, so Denzel's not in the crowd, but we do have
so confident.
I was. I would have
You
put money
wouldn't
on
believe it. The little girl on the pushcart, Sydney Sweeney.
it. Jesus Christ.
American Eagle's not happy about that.
We don't even.
Do we?
I mean, they're doubling down on it.
So we have Slim Pickens arrive, right? And he's hearing them. What wild world of sports is
What's going on here?
So that's why what I say is right off the bat, we hear two slurs and totally breaking continuity of
Yes.
it being a Western.
I mean, even the song
in
they were
in
singing.
the time
Yeah,
period.
yeah.
Yeah, but we have it multiple ways right away,
Mhm.
and I just love that. That's how we're
setting the
Hope
stage.
everyone knows what we're doing.
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
because here it is. And then from there, yeah, I think there's some funny bits, and then it's, hey, grab a couple of them to go check out the quicksand at the.
Well, they didn't know it was quicksand, did they?
They did.
Oh, they
They
did.
said
okay.
it. Yeah, there's some quicksand down here. Go check it out.
Yeah.
So they get stuck down there.
I don't know if quicksand used in movies. Tell you what, more quicksand scenes.
I thought quicksand was going to be a much bigger problem in my day-to-day life
Based on movies. that you
based on
watch.
movies and
Yeah.
TV growing up. I've
It's
never
like quicksand.
encountered it.
It's like quicksand, stop, drop, and roll, and people offering you free drugs. Like those are three things that, like in
Yeah.
elementary school,
The drugs.
like you had to be
Little.
on constant alert. Oh, really? Lots of people walking around like handing out cocaine on the
Yeah,
streets
that's
of.
Oh,
streets
well,
of
no,
New York
no.
City.
Well,
dude. Streets of New York
kinda.
City,
That's
dude.
true.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Not drugs, but free drugs, where it's like it's a thing
Right.
with like
The
Halloween.
first
It's
one's
like,
always
no one's
free.
giving away gummies. Like those shit are expensive. Like,
Well,
like come on.
not as an adult. They gotta get you young.
Well, yeah, not even as a kid, man.
All right, well, different childhoods for everybody.
All right, well, I'm calling CPS retroactive.
Yeah,
Well.
probably a safe bet.
That wouldn't be the first time. That's actually a true story.
So we're moving right past that one.
Yep.
So we throw in the rope. They think they're going to save them.
Yeah.
It hooks onto
Onto
the
the-
hand cart, and they pull it out. It's like, thank God, the $400 hand cart. And they're looking at each other,
Yeah.
and he says, "I got my foot on the rail. I can get
Gets
us
out.
out." Right. From there,
It's like, you guys laying down? No, stop laying down on the job. Won't get a suntan, no how.
won't we do you any good?
Yeah.
It was dock that man a half day's pay, I think was what it was.
Yeah, that's when the Chinese guy passes out.
Yeah.
He says, "Dock that."
Oh,
Chinese."
that's right. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And then so when he gets out of the quicksand, he hits Slim Pickens Taggart in the head with the shovel. And then we cut to Taggart meeting our friend Hedley Lamar. That's like kind of where it cuts to right after that.
Yeah.
Hit on the head.
Hit on the head, and then
And
he's writing down what he says, and he's like, tell them, got it.
Yeah.
As he got hit out.
Yeah, tell him how. And so now he's basically talking to Headley, who is he's like some small town politician
Yeah.
of like the area,
No,
right?
he's
like
the attorney
Lieutenant
general.
Governor. Oh, he's
Attorney
Attorney
General.
Yeah, it says
that's
like
right,
yeah, it's head,
that's
like
right.
attorney and
Yes.
chief procurer, which like again that's like one of those like little jokes that you kind of slip past you, and it's just like because like that was maybe I'm explaining something that doesn't need to be explained, but like procure was another term for someone who would get hookers. So
Mhm.
like basically what he's saying is like this is the guy that picks up the prostitutes for the governor,
Mhm.
and they just kind of let it pass by.
Yeah.
And so of course we, he Slim Pickens' character Taggart's like basically telling him that he's got somebody downstairs that's gonna be great. And I think this is, remind me if I'm wrong, their idea off the bat, because they know they need to go through the town
Mm-hmm.
of what's the name of it? It's
Rock Ridge.
Rock
So
Ridge.
it's Rock
So, yeah.
Ridge. Yeah, they need to move the railroad through Rock Ridge because of the quicksand.
Quicksand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they
And
say,
so they're
okay,
So
figuring
the
out-
property is going to be worth a lot more.
yes.
So he's going to procure
Uh-huh.
the town as well. So then they're going to do a number 6 special on the town, which is where they go a whomping and a whooping, everything in sight, every man in sight. And then, do you spare the women? Fuck no, we rape the shit out of them
At the number 6 dance.
at the number
That's
6
number six.
dance.
Yeah. And then, so
Splendid.
is this the moment where we have, so
There's hangings going on outside.
yes, but why does he stop the hanging if,
There was noises.
You're
You're saying
so he-
Bart.
well-
yeah.
So he says, "Can you kill this guy for me?" He said, "You got it. Whatever."
they do the first run through the town before he gets,
Yeah, he said. So next week,
yeah.
because the executioner's booked solid.
That's right.
Which was he also the executioner
In
in
another movie?
Men in Tights?
I don't know. I'm not well versed
He might
enough
have
to know
Because
that.
he's obviously not in the right time period.
Correct,
Which
yeah.
is his hysterical bit.
He also seems to have had a stroke or something.
Yeah, he's very flopping about.
He's flaccid on one side and he's biting his tongue.
Yeah.
But he's booked solid. So they say, all right, go do your run through. They run through the town, do
the number 6.
do their work, and they kill the sheriff,
Yes.
right? But they're not quite through the town.
Yeah.
And that's when now we come back and it's, all right, well, we need a new sheriff for the town because they're upset that,
Yeah. Well, so the
that
people,
the sheriff got
yeah,
killed.
the people were like, they should send us someone instead
Yeah.
of us picking someone.
Yeah.
And then he's like, well, okay, I got to find him a new sheriff. And then he takes Bart.
Yeah.
And he goes,
Who's next in line?
they'll run from the black sheriff, basically.
and he's next in line for the hanging.
Yeah,
So
literally.
he opens the window.
Yeah, opens
he
the
yells
window.
out there.
Then he has to convince the governor to do it, who is Mel Brooks.
Right. But this is where we see Bart because we see the horse with the noose.
Mm-hmm.
Also.
Yeah, well, that's before.
That was the first-
That was during the first session, yeah.
Before that,
Which is
it's
funny.
The guy in the wheelchair.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was when he
yeah.
opened it. The Doctor something Killings. Doctor something with a G. Not Caligula, but it's close.
It's good. You were gonna say something.
The outfit that the guy on the horse is wearing is very similar to Bart's outfit.
Really?
Which I always thought for some reason was the same outfit, but I don't think
That's
it is.
funny.
It's just the same color
Yeah.
head to toe.
So they stop Bart from being hung,
Yes. Hanged.
and they send him in.
Yeah.
Do we have anything in between? Do we have the governor
Well,
where
we
he
have-
has to convince him?
He
That's the-
convinces the governor before.
so that's the first meeting of Mel Brooks' governor.
Yes.
And he's got his lady friend with
Yes.
him. And
His
the,
Personal
secretary.
secretary.
the
yeah.
physical comedy of Mel Brooks,
Yeah.
like always just laying his head like near her,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like reaching a hand and like doing
Very
it's
much
so good.
a puppet,
Yeah,
which is great as a politician.
he's got the crossed eyes.
Yeah,
He's got the
He's
whole
a dope.
bit.
He's a dope.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
No, I didn't get a harumph out of that
Harumph.
guy.
Yeah, rough out of that guy. The ping pong. Damn things are broken.
Yeah.
As right as usual.
I always
sir.
get the
Ding, ding,
defective
ding,
one.
ding, ding.
Dude, Headley was all over that pad.
Yeah, it was.
He was crushing it.
That's why I think. So I think there's a lot of things in this movie that get edited on the fly, and I think him being able to do that was definitely one. Because
was
even
good.
we'll get to this scene later, but when Bart gets the letter, it says, "Meet me in my dressing room,"
Yeah, yeah,
and Wilder spit takes.
yeah.
I think that was real because I don't think he was ready for that. Because he didn't spit take
There-
at like the letter. He spit take at that part.
There are a couple of those moments where you can tell that they that's like the closest they got to not breaking. And it's
Yeah.
like-
There's a few.
Yeah, there are a few. There's also a few just genuine laughs at lines that they just keep in the movie because like, well, these guys like laughing at each other
Yeah.
between Wilder and Little.
Yeah.
Like they just like one of them makes a joke and the other guy cracks up. And they're just like, yeah, that works. We're gonna leave that.
And it's funny that the editing was a nomination because there are some editing like shots where I just feel like they just like let the camera roll and then they just cut it. Like they're like, oh, right, fade that out. But it's like you could tell it like was breaking down a scene at the end.
Well, I also just like, I think the thing as we get on and we talk about like the last 20 minutes of the movie, I think a lot of that stuff is where you really shine.
No,
You know what I mean?
I wasn't
That
complaining.
like pan up to the studio.
Yes,
in the
that's
back.
amazing.
Like there's so much shit that's just so interesting and fun that I think if I were to guess, I think that's where the bread and butter is for like, all right, this is something new and cool that I like. So anyway, someone gets back on track. The plot of this movie is tough to line up. I guess are we at now Bart going into town?
Yeah, basically.
So they have the welcome sheriff
Well,
sign.
before
they
that,
have all the
he's riding through some great scenic shot.
Yeah.
And he comes back. He comes through Basie playing full blown orchestra,
yes, that's great.
and then into town he goes. He's getting closer.
There's a guy on the roof up by the bell. He's like the town drunk, right?
Yeah,
and
speaks
he's
frontier
like,
gibberish.
yeah, he's looking out and he's like, sheriff's coming.
Yeah.
And they're like,
dong,
yay.
sheriff's at ding.
And ding. It keeps going. And then he pulls up. Silence.
They are definitely shocked by the appearance.
And we have our first like real Looney Tunes bit in this when Bart, his
Takes himself
solution out of
hostage.
this is taking himself hostage with a different voice. And he's got the gun pointed to his neck. And then when he's talking to himself,
Don't do
he
I'ma
turns.
kill him.
It's so good.
He's crazy.
He plays it so
It's so
well.
good. It's
I
so
really
Don't do it. He's a madman.
The thing when we talk about this movie in the end, there are things that are silly in this movie that don't really work for me, but there's a couple of things, and this is one of them, like this and the Candygram are like silly Looney Tunes shit that just works so perfectly for me that it kind of like washes away a lot of stuff that I'm like, right, I don't know about that. That doesn't really work. but yeah, hilarious bit. And then he gets into the office and he just shuts the door and goes, morons.
Yeah, he's like, they are so dumb. You are so smooth.
Is this where we have the Waco Kid waking up, or is that later?
No, it's basically around that time.
Yeah.
So
I forget. There's a scene where it's the town's. It's the Howard Johnson scene where they're all meeting.
oh yes,
I don't know if
that's before
after,
the
but
sheriff.
yeah.
That's right before the sheriff gets there, right?
Yeah, and then there's another one after, and you see more of the Johnson names, but I think that is a different. I think that is a little later.
Yeah, and I think so. If I'm remembering correctly, we're pretty much at Gene Wilder's character. What's your name? Jim, but everyone calls me Jim. He waits so long to
so
say
good.
it. And yeah, he's upside down, and he's like, "Do you need some help?"
Yeah.
I love that shot though, a totally upside down camera shot of Cleavon Little as he's like getting Gene Wilder's view.
Yeah.
And then so
I think that exchange of like, "Are we awake?
yeah,
Are
you black?
Are we black?
It's like, are we black? It's like, we are, and we are awake, but we are very confused. Like, I think that's probably my single favorite, like, just written exchange in the movie. Like, it's so funny,
and it's because their chemistry together is so good, and all of the scenes where it's just the two of them like talking. You're like, these guys are best friends. Like, this is like just a great,
there's
like,
a great camaraderie there.
Yeah, there's something about it. Just right away, they're just getting each other, and it's super fun.
And also do you need some help? Only all I can get.
And then I forget, is there much more before they play chess?
Well,
is it right away?
He says, well, you're my guest. What do you like to do?
Yeah.
And he goes, play chess? Screw? Let's play chess. So they play chess. And you get the backstory.
Checkmate. Well, you get checkmate, and he's like shocked.
Yeah.
He's like, what do you mean? And then you hear who he is, right? He gives the backstory, and he shows he's like, look at my hand. And he's like, perfectly still. And he's like, this is my shooting hand. It's going all over the place. But then he shows him the move, right?
Yeah.
Well, I think during that they also do like the scene of like Bart's family coming out, and that's again.
That's on the other side of that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right after this.
That's
or
one of
before
my
this?
favorite.
It's literally like back to back.
Yeah.
So real quickly, the Waco Kid's backstory is like basically, gun outlaw, fastest hand in the West, till some kid challenges him. He's like, ah, shit, I almost shot this kid. And turns around. He goes, I threw my guns down, turned around, and he shot me in the ass.
You think it's a symbolic gesture of like, I can never do it again.
And then he's like crawled into a bottle ever since.
And then, you get the backstory of Bart and some really good gags in this because you have the Indians coming down and it's like, and of course they wouldn't let us in their circle. So we did our own circle. You just have the one wagon doing circling. A circle. And so they ride up on him. And it's such a good, it's just the three of them, his parents and him as a kid. And it's Mel Brooks as Indian here.
Yeah, Chief.
And he just looks at him and just goes, Schwanzes. Just so funny because the long pause where they're just looking at each other. Yeah. Really good bit. And as they're like, he lets them go and they're riding away. And he's like explaining why he let them go.
It's funny too because in that scene, it's Mel Brooks is actually speaking Yiddish.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's like kind of mutually intelligible German. So like the first time I saw it, I was like, wait, what? Mm-hmm. Like I was like, why is there this Jewish man dressed up as an Indian speaking like something that sounds very German? So like, and again, just like that little bit always cracks.
Oh, it's so good. And then we get the when they were playing chess, he shows off his skills. It's a really funny bit that recurs a couple of times where he literally doesn't move and something happens.
That's the best bit.
And so Bart thinks he got the chess piece, and he said like, "All right, try to grab that chess piece." He's like, "That's not fair. I'm right here." And then he thinks he gets it. He's looking at him. He opens his hand. It's not there, and he pulls it out of his holster.
Yep.
That's a fun bit, and I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, the next memorable scene that I'm thinking of is maybe with Lily, or are we too far?
I think Mongo first.
That's too far because
Mongo first.
Yes.
Okay.
Because so then
So they go back to the camp.
Because he goes into the town and he's walking around, and that's when the old lady like
says up yours
N-word, and that's when he comes back in, and that's when you get that really great little exchange of like, these are simple people. And then I think that's when it cuts back to
them at the
Harvey
camp with the
Karras
beans.
And,
he has a not so warm reception to the town.
Well, yeah, because I thought they cut back to, and again, I watched like half of it yesterday, but like I thought they cut back to the governor's office when it initially didn't work, and then they're like, "We'll send in Mongo." I thought
not the governor's office.
Because the
Just
Mongo, when they say
the
they will
governor
send in
doesn't
Mongo, is when they're around the campfire after the beans scene.
Yeah, the governor doesn't know what's going on as far as that.
Right, from then on.
They just know he historically appointed a black sheriff, and that was part of the bit earlier, where he like goes to talk to Headley,
funny.
And he grabs Bart and said, he goes, "Don't you know that he's a?" And then he says, "Oh, sorry, wrong guy." Then he pulls Headley over and does the same thing.
But the best part of that is 'cause he still stops. At that point.
He doesn't say the full word.
And then when they're talking about the presidents, he's like, "You'll be remembered." Like,
see that
Washington, Jefferson, and then he looks over. He goes, "Lincoln."
Yeah, that scene is so good as well because again, Headley's moving him around like a little puppet, and that's what he is, which is great.
So one other thing, quick: when the town is being attacked earlier, you get the scene of that woman prior to her saying anything to Bart. You get the scene of the old woman with her arms being held and she's being punched in the gut.
She's going, anything so?
And then that's why it's extra funny that
she's
when she sees Bart, she's the one that says it to him.
But have you ever seen anything so cruel or whatever? Just she's getting punched.
It's so good. Yeah, she looks into the camera.
Yeah. So they go like, all right, we gotta bring in Mongo. I think he says it to Taggart or whatever.
Yeah, they have the bean scene.
And they have the bean scene.
They're all this is the kind of stuff that I'm talking about, where it's like, all right, I get it, but like it just doesn't. I don't know why. Maybe it must just be stuff that there's probably 10 scenes that are like, okay. It just doesn't make me laugh. For me, I don't know why. It's probably a me thing.
I think it's funny because it's like cowboy propaganda that they're poking holes in. It's like, they weren't just fucking eating beans all the time. And if they were, this is what it would have been like.
Yeah, but I understand it.
Yeah.
It doesn't, like, there's a bunch of stuff like that in this movie where I'm like, yeah.
And that's why, like, on the fart jokes.
But it's not even because it's a fart joke. It just didn't make me laugh.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm saying at the end of this, when we talk about the movie, I'm not as high on it as I was, as I would have thought I would have been.
Okay.
And I still think it's great, and there's a lot of stuff I love about it.
Yeah.
But I think it's because the hit rate is lower than I remember. Even though the joke rate is very high, I think the hit rate for me is a little bit lower than I remember, even though some of them are so good.
See, I feel
so funny.
I always felt like as the more I watched it, the more I got the stuff I missed. So as those, like, the bean joke doesn't hit as hard the 10th time, but
you're able
the
to catch
Jesse Owens
else.
joke is great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, and I think a lot of it too is that like so much of this humor was like humor of its era.
Yeah.
And so like when you don't if you don't have like the same cultural references, like it's not quite as like that's the thing is like I feel like I hadn't watched a ton of westerns. So sitting around the campfire eating beans scene, it doesn't resonate. Like it's like, but if you've grown up watching like the John Wayne movies and all those sorts of things, and they always had that scene, and you being a kid, you were making that joke. I think it's funnier and it hits more when you see that on screen. You're like, oh my god, I can't believe Mel Brooks is like everyone thinks farts are funny. This is the first time they're showing all the cowboys farting.
But that is why, and that's why I think like thinking of it through that lens is useful, because it is like there's a difference to me between Annie Hall, which we did on the show, right? That I watched today and I'm like, this is one of the best comedies of all time, right? And I watched this movie today and I'm like, there are some of the funniest jokes in this movie, but I would not say that this is like, oh my god, this is one of the best like for me personally. And that's why I look at it differently. And maybe that's me telling on myself as a loser, pseudo intellectual. But like I just don't like this movie hits a lot.
Yeah.
and it also it misses more than it hits for me, and that's why I still think it's great, and I'm giving it a good rating when we talk about it, but it's not like this pinnacle of comedy for me. Like I would have thought it was, like I thought it was before I rewatched it now. You know what I'm saying?
Is that just a consequence of the type of comedy movie it is?
Yeah, probably.
It's a joke a minute, and it's just silly.
It probably
is. A lot of
is.
silly stuff. There's gonna be a lot of good stuff.
Well, I also
Versus
think
it probably
Annie Hall
is.
doesn't have. I mean, Annie Hall does have a lot of jokes, but it's not. Not the same. This is more like a Naked Gun or anything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
It's silly.
I also think that like it wasn't like we went there for the bean joke in its entirety. Like it's literally like, all right, this is gonna be the scene that introduces Mongo. What can we do to it?
And that's the beauty of the movie, and that's
Yeah.
why it's a good movie.
Yeah.
Because it's not saying, here's this big setup for this joke.
Yeah.
It's like, here's a joke while we're here.
Yeah,
It's like we're doing
That's
things,
exactly-
and here's the joke. And that is a good thing for the pace of the movie, because none of it ever drags.
No.
Because it's just moving right along and telling you jokes along the way.
Yeah.
And that's like a testament to, in this field of these type of spoofy, silly movies, it is one of the best.
Yeah.
For a reason, right? It's because it's not, overly proud of itself with every moment. You know, it's like willing to be like, yeah, this is a stupid fucking joke.
Yeah.
And I'm going to laugh at it. And then you're going to say like, oh, that's a really well organized joke that you'll laugh at for decades. You know, like that's why it's a good movie.
Yeah.
So we meet Mongo, who is my favorite character. He's amazing. Absolutely love him.
Yes.
The way he fucking rides in on that ox.
Yes.
And the way that ox is moving and the way that he's moving on it, it is so good. So now, we meet Mongo. He basically like hypes him up. He gives him the cigar as a gift.
Yeah.
Taggart is like telling him, "Oh, you gotta go kill the sheriff."
Yeah.
Gives him the cigar. He puts his whole head in the fire.
Yeah.
His hat's on fire. And he just comes
Very
out.
simple.
Yeah.
Man.
Exactly. But very brawny.
Yes.
And do we go right to Mongo coming into town?
I think so.
And you see everybody recognizes him.
Yeah.
Where like he comes in by himself and everyone's like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah,
like
they're all
running away.
You
You have
run
the guy,
into the sheriff.
the guy jumping through the window one way and then jumping out the window the other way.
I think that was in
That's a later one.
the later one because
okay.
or earlier one because when they come in to do the number 6, he jumps in and there's someone in the building and he jumps, out.
Yeah, you might be right.
But yeah, basically everything's boarding up, everyone's running away.
And you have Mongo riding in on the ox, like I said, and then he ties up the ox.
Yeah.
The guy's like, "Hey, you can't do that there. That's illegal." And he gets off, he walks over, just kind of takes a couple steps and just clocks the horse in the face.
Crazy.
Dude,
It's so
he
funny.
legit punched that horse, right? I mean, the way that horse
I
fell,
guess.
Knocked him out.
I mean, there are
No.
some.
Like, how did they get the horse to fall like
They,
that?
like I
No.
mean that's
Just
like
fall him down.
that's some like old Hollywood. Like you could see you see that kind of like
I think-
fall in some
Yeah.
other westerns.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. But
they know how to like kind of like pull the horse's head
Yeah,
and
yeah.
nose to like drop.
there
it.
is some
Yeah.
of that as someone who has worked on a horse, worked with horses on set. It's terrifying, but also like there are some cutaways like in one of the big scenes you see a horse get punched and it turns into a stuffed animal.
I saw that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like when they blew them up, obviously
Clearly,
there was
yeah,
nothing
that's
blown up. But then there are some times where the horses go down, like
Yeah.
you see them go down.
Yeah.
And
And that was this was one of the instances where the horse goes down, but I don't think it's from the punch. I think it's from a
no,
choreographed
I don't think
move.
he hit him as much, but I do think they made the horse go down.
Totally.
Yeah.
I just love that. It's a really
Oh,
good,
it's a crazy
really good gag.
shot.
Really good gag. And then so Mongo right away, he walks into the bar and he's terrorizing them, right? And
Yeah.
then Bart has to come up with a
So
plan.
One of the people come in running in,
Yeah.
and they go up to the desk and they're talking to nobody.
Yes.
Sheriff, you gotta come. Mongo's right, and he stops and he turns around and gives the same speech.
Yeah.
And now he's like, "Oh, look who came crawling back." And then we cut to the bar, and you see Mongo has a piano against all of them, just like up against the wall.
Just pushing
Yeah.
the whole group.
And then Bart walks in.
Candygram.
Candygram for Mongo. Candygram for Mongo. And then he comes walking over very Daffy Duckish.
Yeah, it's
And he's
good.
like, "Ooh, Mongo love candy," and opens it.
Blows up.
And then you hear the Looney Tunes melody.
Yeah, literally. Those are I think there's two great Looney Tune bits. It's that, and
Yeah.
it's him holding himself hostage.
And then we cut to the jail. He's chained up to the
yeah
to the
2 cells.
yeah, he's
On
not
the
in the cell.
outside.
He's just chained up to them, and they're talking about it. He's like, "It was a crazy plan." He goes, "The bitch was inventing the candy gram." Probably not even gonna give me credit for it.
And then sure enough they do, because we have the old lady coming back
Yeah.
with a pie to thank him.
Yeah, and then she goes, "You'll have the common courtesy."
Well, she goes away
Yeah.
and then comes back in. Just want to make sure you're not going to tell
Tell me
anybody.
when I did this.
And then where do we go from here?
We cut to back to Headley
Headley's pissed.
in the bath, maybe. Yes.
Yeah,
Because he's like,
Froggy
When the-
Froggy loves daddy.
yes. When the
See, that doesn't work for me.
it's just to see he's like childish.
I know.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work.
Yeah. It's just to make him a loser.
I-
That's what it is.
I know the function.
Okay, well,
yeah.
that was it. So yeah, when the beasts don't work, it's time to bring in the beauty. I believe was the line.
And it's time for Lily von Stupp.
Hold on. Before that, when he's talking about his ideas cascading like
Yeah.
waterfalls,
Yeah.
he goes, "You use your mouth more prettier than a $20 whore."
Yeah. Yeah, I think that comes later, but I do.
No, that's in that scene.
It is?
Yeah.
I thought it was when he was yeah, you're probably right. Remember when he's listing off all the people he wants in the gang to come?
No. That's him looking for a pencil.
Oh.
Because as soon as he's done, he goes, "Okay."
Can you repeat that?
Yeah.
So we're Lily von Stupp.
Yes. Right now we're a little bit.
And Jim is saying, "Oh, you're going to come with me to see Lily von Stupp tonight?"
Yeah. First, Headley goes in there to like
Yeah.
get her in on the job. He's like all over her, and she's
Uh-huh.
like, "Yeah.
Yeah.
She's no stranger to men falling for her, and
Not
I'm gonna
impressed. Yeah.
seduce her.
Yeah.
He'll be putty in my hands, whatever."
Mhm.
Got it. And then Jim goes, "Lily von Stupp show tonight. Let's
Mhm.
go." And then they're all right. So they go, and then we get the Lily von Stupp show.
Yep. What an interesting performance here.
It's crazy, kind of burlesque comedy show. Is
Right.
great.
But she's not really doing much.
No.
I know that's the shtick of the show
Yeah.
is like, oh, she doesn't really care. She's tired of love. That's the
Yeah.
whole point of the song.
Yeah.
But like, she's not even doing it in like a real sexual way.
No.
Like,
She's
she's
just
kinda
wearing an
like-
outfit and then just
yeah.
walking on stage.
She does a couple of classic fun things of like guys' boots are on the
Yeah.
stage and
It's
she
like,
like,
"Oh, you're in the show?
Yeah.
You're in showbiz? Then
Yeah.
get your feet off the stage."
And then
Is that a 10-gallon hat? Or are you just happy to see me?
yeah, guy walks on the stage, begging
Yeah.
her.
Knees are in the groin, throws over the stage.
Mm-hmm.
There's a
Classic.
thing where she goes to put her arm and just misses, and then finds it. I have no idea if that was like supposed to be in there, but it's so good.
It seems like it's supposed to
It
be.
seems like
'cause
it,
it's really good.
but it's like, oh. And then so it's a very slow like, and she's flat and
Yeah.
all this stuff, and then
She has this big, all her R's are W's, right?
yeah, Elmer Fudd,
Yeah.
like a German Elmer Fudd
Yeah.
woman.
Bavarian.
And then all of a sudden it picks up and 4 guys in like a German
guns,
military
yeah.
like, she's tired, like doing a whole production, and it's great.
Yeah. And, everyone's loving it.
Yeah, shooting their guns off in that,
Right.
as one does.
And then Bart's in the corner. He gets a letter
Yes.
saying, say it again, Dave.
Come meet me in my dressing room after the show, and the Waco kid spits out his
Yeah.
drink, which is hysterical. And then he goes to meet her,
Mm-hmm.
and she's like, oh, trying to do the classic seduction bit,
Mm-hmm.
has him sit down on the couch. He goes, let me slip into something more comfortable. And it's a more elaborate, like,
It's
magician's
yeah.
assistant is the only
Got
way I
sequins
can
all
yeah,
over.
Yeah. It's not comfortable. I think it even had a headpiece.
Yeah. And she blows out the lamps.
Oh, yeah.
I
When
love
she
that.
blows out the lamp, one goes out, second one goes out, pitch black. So then she's like working with him, and then knock at the door.
Headley.
And she walks into something, goes over. He's like, sauerkraut in my hands. Of course, she's German. She goes back. Where are you? What goes? Oh, and then obviously, the seduction backfires, and she falls for Sheriff Bart.
Well, the thing that's so ridiculous is she's like asking him, "Oh, is it true what they say about your people?"
Yeah.
And then you hear the the loudest zipper noise ever.
It was amazing.
Well, you know about the one joke that got cut from that scene, right? The one
I don't.
Mel Brooks was like, "That's like too far."
I don't know.
Well, so it wasn't originally just a zhoop.
Was it thawed?
What had happened was she said like, "It's true, and was making like kissing or sucking noises.
Okay.
And then you hear Bart go, "Baby, that's my arm you're sucking." And he said that like, and he said it over. He said like, "I should have left it in," but like that was the one joke that Mel Brooks was like, "All right, that's
so funny.
That is so funny.
That's a really good joke.
Yeah.
So yeah, clearly, and she's in love with him now.
Yes.
She's never met a guy like him.
No.
He's eating. She's stabbing schnitzel. It's like the biggest
basically.
fucking sausage ever.
Yeah. 12 Grubenstavens is my limit.
So clearly she's not gonna.
No, the seduction
her
didn't
plan
work.
is not working.
Yeah.
He kind of walks back to the sheriff's office, exhausted.
And then
Yeah, where do we go from there?
something happens. Oh, there's a release for Mongo.
Yes, in order from Headley to release Mongo.
Yeah.
So he throws water on him to wake him up,
And just
he just breaks all
off the chains. Like it wasn't even like they were just a blanket he was using to sleep.
Yeah, that was good.
And they say, "All right, you're free to go."
And he doesn't want to leave.
And then they question him.
He's a fan of Bart.
Yes.
So you're the first person that never whipped me.
Yep.
So Mongo coming through. They get a little more info. It's about the railroad coming through town. They find out. And they're like, okay, we got to come up with a plan. And this is where they go to the camp of all the railroad workers, right?
Well, I think first they went to check out the railroad, right? They're like, all right, let's go see what's going on with the railroad. Then they go to the camp.
Yes, because that's when we get the scene of them showing up and the Waco Kid shows off his skills.
Yes.
Because they're at the railroad yard and like seeing all his old friends and they're all like hugging him and stuff. And then Taggart and the whole crew comes through.
He's like, "You're supposed to be dead."
Yeah. And so like, let's kill him.
Yeah.
They all like have their guns ready.
This is one of the best bits.
Yeah. I just love the thing that I absolutely love is, again, we have the same Waco Kid where he's sitting like hands
He's
on the hips,
not moving,
doesn't move, and it shoots all the, you don't even see him.
Yeah, so they all have their guns out and just one by one, all out of their hands. His arms are crossed, guns smoking, just pouring.
They're all shaking their hands.
Yeah, yeah. They, like some of the guys were even like patting him down.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh, it's so funny." So yeah, he still got it.
What's the comment that he makes? Some comment that's like something about their hands. I forget what it was. I remember laughing at that.
I don't remember.
But I think from there, it's just do they formulate a plan there? I know he comes back to them at night.
So no, I don't think there they come up with a plan.
That's where they confirm that the railroad is going through town.
Yeah.
And so like, okay, we got to come up with a plan.
Yeah. Then
I think you get the
Headley's basically
putting together his plan.
Running through all
the
Oh, I wish I could list off that monologue because it's so good.
you can tell that
He says bull dykes
Yes,
as one of them.
yes.
It's so
Bull
funny.
dykes, buggers, Methodists. Like, yeah.
It's so
Methodist
good.
is the last one. Yeah. But you could tell. I think that was not written out because he just starts rhyming words.
Yeah.
So you're like, okay, I see where this
Oh,
is going.
I think that was definitely written. Like
That's
that's the
all,
kind
I
of
think
thing
all
that,
of
like,
that
I
was
can just.
written out.
That's Mel.
Oh yeah, I can just see.
No,
them,
I
I
think
can
the
just see them
scene was
sitting in a
written.
writer's room, like bouncing around.
But I thought he like filled in some gaps.
Harvey Korman as Headley is really fucking good.
There. It is.
He
Oh,
is
yeah.
really,
Oh, yeah.
really good.
Really
Really good. So yeah, and then we get the bit that we mentioned where Taggart
Yeah.
is like searching for something to write with.
Yeah.
and
To
he's
write
like,
all the
all
words.
right,
that
can
he
you
was
say
supposed to
that
tell.
again?
Yeah. So from there, the townspeople are leaving.
Yeah.
And
And he asked for 24 hours.
they see the
Yeah.
help wanted.
And it
Equal
lists all the
opportunity-
people.
Yeah, and equal opportunity employment at the bottom, which is great.
So they know they're about to be run through.
Yeah. So,
And this is where he asks for 24 hours to come up with a plan.
Yep.
And they just go, no. Everyone shouts
then-
at the same time.
Then, who'd they say you do it for?
I know. I can't remember the name, but he says like a very stereotypical
Yeah.
white name. And they go, oh, yeah. Well.
Like there's a musical cue and
Yeah.
everything. So then,
They're taking off their hats and be
Yeah.
like, oh, that person.
it's like, fine, we'll do it for him. So then they go to check it out. They go to the recruitment,
Mm-hmm.
and you see.
Slow pan over all the
Yeah.
groups of people.
So you start seeing like some rough-looking cowboy outlaws. We got the Mexican
Nazis.
bandits.
Yeah.
Nazis, I think, we're at the end.
Nazis are near the end.
Yeah.
You get the Mexicans with the biker
Yeah,
pieces.
You just have the
It's
handlebars.
just the handlebars of the motorcycles.
And then we get down to like Klansmen.
Yeah.
At the end. And then
And Nazis in full uniform.
well, I don't think they're in the line.
They are.
Okay. Well, they're definitely in. They definitely have their own.
They're
car
more
later.
prominently featured
yeah,
later,
yeah.
but yeah, they are definitely in line.
Doing a.
What does the
sending their heart
what
out
does the
to
Ku
people.
Klux Klan say on the back?
Have a nice
Have
day.
a nice day.
It's like that was like right when that's one of the
Yes.
things that they like that Forrest
Smiley
Gump
face.
makes fun of is like
Yeah,
they have
yeah.
like a smiley face and like they have a
Yep.
nice day.
Yeah. So then they go. The Waco kid goes, "All right, I got an idea." He goes, "You boys." Pulls out the Klansman turn around and pulls out Bart, and Bart gives the line, "Where are the white women at?" And then the Klansmen come running, and then they do the old Scooby-Doo switcheroo type of deal with the costumes.
And the second they get up to line and they
Yeah.
start to sign their names.
I like when they're
I
like,
told you got to watch
you
it.
to watch it.
hold on, before that, they go, "Oh, so what are your requirements?"
Oh, yeah, for the other guys.
Stampeding cattle.
Well, when the other guys say it and he's like, killing, raping.
You said rape twice. I really like rape.
Really like raping.
And we don't hear your badges. We don't need no stinking badges, which is a line that gets used all the time.
Yeah.
And then they get up to them and they're like stampeding cattle, and he's like, through the Vatican. Kinky. So then he goes to sign and he goes, "Oh shit, your hands." He goes, "What did I tell you about cleaning your hands after a cross burning?"
See, it's coming off. It's
Turns
coming
over
off.
his hand. See, it's coming off.
And very quickly, obviously, they take
busted.
the hoods off and it's them.
Yeah. Then they run away in a chase. And he
Well,
goes,
he says the Jesse Owens joke. If you're...
"Oh, right. He goes, for my next impression, Jesse Owens," and then takes off. And then we'll cut him off at the pass, and then
He gets so pissed.
he shoots him over that in the foot.
in the foot.
It's like, I hate that cliche.
And then it's time for plan.
Well, yeah, he
He
meets
goes
up
to
with the
the-
people from the railroad to say,
at
"Hey,
night.
bring all this stuff."
Yep. And yeah, they kind of formulate a plan. They're building a fake town.
Yes, and he said to the townspeople and the rail workers are going to work together,
Yeah.
and all that you're going to need to do is give them a little piece of land to call their own. They say no, and they said fine, but not the Irish. And they're like, "No deal." I said, "Okay, the Irish too."
So we have the town built up, and it's booby trapped with dynamite.
Mm-hmm.
They run through exactly as they expected.
Well, before that,
Oh, sure.
so they're working on the town. They're like, "We got everything," and they're like,
The people.
"People,
Yeah.
we need more time."
Yeah.
So they go, "Okay, Mongo, Jim, and I will go do that. You guys put people in the town."
Make the toll booth.
This is so brilliant because they don't give it away, but they give you a cut of like you see like a tight of
Yeah.
like they built something. So you're
Yeah.
like, "What's going on here?" And they're laughing, and then sure enough, they built a toll booth in the middle of the desert. There's
And
nothing
it
around.
says the governor's name.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Oh, this fucking guy.
Yeah, every time that they could easily go around. There's no barrier. It's literally just that, and they're like, "Send someone back. We need a shitload of dimes."
Does anyone have a dime? Yeah, we need a shitload of dimes.
So then they're working through that. They set up the fake
Yep.
townspeople, which I never noticed before.
They're facing.
So they're cardboard cutouts,
Yeah.
but there's some of them that have like little moving heads that are like on springs.
And then I love the
I
bit
didn't
where
notice. Are those cardboard cutouts the actual people that we see in the movie?
No,
I can't tell.
I don't think so.
Okay.
It didn't seem like it because there was like a little kid that you never see a kid.
Maybe.
They so now they rig it with dynamite
Mhm.
and they're hiding behind the rocks. They hit the plunger, nothing.
Yeah, and they're
And-
starting to realize.
Yeah. So they're like, we got to make it happen. Can you make that shot from there?
Yeah.
And this is where we get the beautiful shot of dynamite blowing up. You get horses flying
So
80
as
feet in the
as
air.
he goes to give it, and then the priest is like,
Yeah.
dear father, and he's like, oh fuck, like you're messing up the shot, and then they'll just start hitting the priest with the hats, and then he gives the shot.
Yep. Blows up. Horses flying 80 feet in the air, launching.
Crazy.
It's so funny.
So good. And then they go, all right, let's finish him up. So they run in to the town. They start fighting back.
Yep.
And they're fighting. And then we pull out and we pan.
Well, I love when Jim punches Bart.
Oh, that's a great one.
He's like, oh my God, I'm sorry. He
they're
grabs
just
his face.
in the mix of everything. He hits him and then he grabs him. And
love
goes,
that.
All right, let's go. And then we pull out and we realize we're on a studio.
Yeah. It's all set.
And we go over to another building, come in, and we see what's going on there. And they're doing a musical number.
Yeah.
I don't remember the name of the musical number.
No
but
way.
they're doing the French something.
And we see a director there who's pushing people around and showing them how to do it. And then they break through the wall.
Dom DeLuise, who is like famously flamboyant.
It's Dom DeLuise.
I think it's Dom DeLuise.
It is. It absolutely is.
And so then
Okay.
in comes our other movie, now breaking through onto the other productions of the set and just knocking people in the water.
And you have Slim Pickens grabbing somebody and being like, you can't hit me. I work for Mel Brooks.
Yeah.
He punches
I work for Mel Brooks. And then Dom DeLuise, not the face.
Yeah.
It's thank you. Goes down. And then they all attack him and they're all doing this. And then you see them like walk through and you get the craziest like fourth wall of like, they were fighting and then they're just talking. I'm parked over in lot A and da 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 da. And then, we're going into other parts of the studio. We're in the cafeteria. There's a tour going on.
The bit with the tour where they're in the cafeteria and it's like showing like pies here for the pie fight.
Yeah.
And you see them all fighting. And then the tour people come out
and
and they're all shoving pies in their face.
So there's,
so stupid.
You have some gags, special effects. And then you have some Pickens get knocked
launched in the cafeteria line.
on the tray, and then like ding hits the register, and they're ringing them up for what's on them. And then
sorry, go ahead.
Go.
No, I like the one where it's like there's a guy dressed up like Hitler, and he says, "Yeah, I'm shooting the bunker scene, but I'm done after that."
Yeah, that was great.
It's so good.
And then you see him all the way in the back.
In the back, just doing the salute,
just doing the Heil with like different hands.
Yeah, sending his heart out.
Oh, so good.
And then Headley's in the bathroom and he goes to come out and everyone's throwing pies. So then he goes back in and he puts pie on his own face
and walks out.
Get out. Walks off the lot. Everyone's breaking out and he calls a cab and says, "Take me out of this picture."
Yeah.
And then he drives, goes to I don't want to say the premiere, but a screening of the movie, Blazing Saddles.
They sit down.
Yes. Tries to get a student discount. Goes
such a specific thing.
She goes, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah, you kidding
like,
me?
Okay, pulls that.
Goes in to that, and then he sees in the movie Bart pulling up to the theater, and he's like, and goes outside, and he goes, "Draw your gun." He goes, "I'm unarmed." He throws his gun down. He's like, "I lied." Bart does a little tuck and roll, grabs the gun, shoots him, falls into cement, and then he types his name. Writes his name in the cement at some point.
Yep.
And then that's the end of him.
And then they go in to watch.
They go in to watch the movie, and we pick up at the movie, which there's popcorn and stuff as well. You got concessions. Then we go back to the end of the movie. We're at the town. Everything's good now. Oh, okay, you saved the sheriff. What's next? And he goes, "I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Wherever people need me," and all this stuff. And he goes, "Bullshit." And I'm like, "All right, well, I'm just going." It's getting a little quiet around here. So he starts riding through the town a little bit, and he meets up with the Waco kid who still has his popcorn from the movie theater, which is great. And he goes, "Where you going?" He goes, "Nowhere special." He goes, "Sounds great.
I've been wanting to go there."
Wanting to go there. And they ride off for a bit. Then someone comes and takes their horses and they hop in a car and then they drive off some more. And that's the end of the film.
Great way to end the movie.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so good. So obviously we hit basically every single scene.
Kind of.
But the thing, like my takeaway from the movie is all of the shit in the last 20 minutes, I'm like, all in on. Like,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely love it.
Yeah, I
Crazy stuff.
I cannot vocally do that
Yeah,
last scene justice.
And the way that it's all filmed and how like zoomed out we are from that shot of them switching over to the car, like it's just really well done and really, it's just good shit.
Yeah, it's so good.
Well, that last scene is what elevates the movie, right?
Yeah.
From just a really good comedy to
Yeah.
another level.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah.
So, firstly, what do we think of the movie?
Well, Oz, this was
Oz,
your
it's your first watch. This
Did
is
it-
you.
You've heard a lot about this movie, I assume, as far as people talking
have.
about it, giving it praise. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I loved it. I was laughing out loud basically the entire time.
Yeah.
Star rating, I would give it I'll go 4.
Okay.
Good movie. Good movie.
Yeah. Great movie. I'm not going to give it a 5, but it's a great movie.
I'm right. I'm pretty much right there. I think I'm going 4. I think talking about it and remembering the stuff that I liked more and forgetting the stuff that didn't hit for me brings it up a little bit. I was kind of around 3.5, 4. I do think it's really, really good in so many places, and it is one of those that like in your memory you remember all your favorite stuff, and it makes it a little bit rosier.
Oh, yeah. There's definitely a lot of in between.
Yeah, there's stuff that just, like I said, there's just enough stuff that it's either going to work for you or it's not.
Yeah, yeah.
Because there's stuff that works for everybody that's just really, really good, right?
Yeah, there's no way. Like, there's a lot of stuff in this movie that doesn't work for people.
Yeah.
Because it is there's a lot of specific humor in this as well.
Totally.
Like even the Jesse Owens bit can go, like, who the fuck's Jesse Owens? A lot of people.
One of the main jokes of the movie is about Hedy Lamarr, which I'm sure.
Exactly. If you don't know who Hedy Lamarr is,
Yeah.
like, you're like, why do they keep doing that with his name?
But yeah, I really liked it. I enjoyed watching it this time. Like I said, it probably came down a little bit in my estimation from where I remembered. But just some all-time great gags in this movie.
Amen.
5-star. Like, it's like, I don't know. Like, you guys are nuts. This is one of the funniest movies. it's like, and it's like in comedy, I feel like sometimes I think comedy gets stale because the bits that work in one movie get used to death in subsequent movies. And like this movie, because it is like, it pushed the boundaries so, like, I think that's the thing, is that, like, because when it was made, like, you couldn't drop the N-bomb and you couldn't make that movie today. But
I disagree
just,
with
like, I
that
think it
statement,
pushed
but
it
we'll
so
get
far.
back to that.
Okay.
I disagree with
think
the people who say that we can't make this movie today.
Well, I think there's a
okay,
lot of
sorry,
different ways to say that. Yeah.
Yeah. No, because
I should adjust. What I mean is this movie wouldn't get made today. I think
for sure.
I think this movie could be made today.
Yeah.
I don't think it would get made, and that's sort of more my point, is that, like,
that's fair.
That there were people that would kind of kill it in the crib when there was a little bit more flex back then, and I think that's what let it get made. But I think that's it, because like it is so unique and so funny and so weird. And like, I don't know, like I every time I watch it, I see something I missed, and like it's not only incredibly funny for very stupid reasons, it's incredibly funny for incredibly like funny and thought out reasons. So I don't know, like I think this is one of my favorite comedies of all time. Absolutely 5 stars on it.
Yeah, I think it's rated one of the best comedies of all time, and the way it's talked about, I agree with that statement. In my personal choices, there's a lot of nostalgia, obviously, big Mel Brooks fan. Again, the range of humor from like the fart jokes to Hedy Lamarr to Jesse Owens to Dressing Room to sauerkraut in my hands. There's a lot there for me. I love comedy. This is one of my favorites. It's a 5-star for me. No shot about it. And then something I don't think this movie does get credit, which we talked about, is the production itself. It's a great
really
production.
Good. Yeah, it is really good.
And stellar performances all around.
Great performances. Let's talk about performances. Performance of the movie, favorite performance. It's hard for me not to say Cleavon Little.
Yeah.
He's very, very good.
It depends on him.
I think that is my pick.
Yeah.
But I do think it is pretty stellar performances all around.
Yeah.
I just think he's so good as Bart in playing. I just think he does such a good job of playing the type of character that you wouldn't expect in this setting, and he does it in a way that isn't this like knowing jokey. Like he is like a realized character.
Yes.
Even for how silly he can be.
Yeah.
It's really, really good.
It's very Bugs Bunny.
It totally is. Oz, who's your best performance?
I mean, you can't really argue with that. So it's obviously it's him, but I will just favorite characters because there's so many good little characters and everyone has little good scenes. Obviously Mongo, but I think the other guy I want to shout out was the Executioner Boris.
Yeah.
All three
Exactly.
scenes that
He's
guy
got
had were perfect.
1.5 scenes, but he's dead on. So good.
Eamon, who's your best performance?
Yeah, I mean, same sort of thing. Like, I mean, Cleavon, like, this movie doesn't work without Cleavon Little, but, like, I think the funniest performance is Harvey Keitel. Like, he's just, like, the way he, like,
it's very good.
Puts so much, like, Irish on, like, his, like, rants and, it's so funny because he, like, it's almost too much, but it's not. Like, that, and he's, like, every little thing he does is just, it feels, like, very calculated, but no, I mean, like, everything he does just makes me laugh my ass off, so I gotta go with him.
Yeah. Again, Cleavon Little. I don't think that the movie works without him. And I think Wilder, even though he does a lot less, is doing a lot.
He's very good.
Like, it's those two together. I think as much as Cleavon Little, you don't make the movie without him. I think Wilder in that supporting role is part of that as well.
I absolutely agree.
Because he doesn't steal the show. He doesn't do any, like, he's the perfect support. So
best scene.
And their relationship and chemistry just works.
Oh, insane.
So well.
It's top of the top, and maybe we'll talk about it in best scene. Maybe. Best scene.
I'll say the big fourth wall break at the end with the studio.
It's really good.
The studio fight.
That pan up in general, like I just love that pan up to you're on the studio lot.
You're in a different production.
Like that's great.
It's so good.
It's really good.
That scene from there on is just one of a kind.
I do want to give a shout out to that first scene of Jim waking up and him and Bart, and that, like, if you extend that to the chess scene, that
meeting,
scene there, like that's kind of my favorite bit in the movie.
It's a great bit. It's a great scene.
But I mean, there's a lot of really good scenes in this movie.
There are.
Oz, what's your shout out?
Yeah, I mean, I already talked about it with the ending, those last 20 minutes, but the other scene that is incredible is that the thugs waiting in line to sign up.
Oh, it's so
having
good.
The whole, where's the
That's
white
a
woman
really
at?
good one.
That entire little.
Yeah.
I mean, when you start getting the Nazis and the motorcycle gang.
It's good. Eamon, what's your shout out?
Making them do the pledge. I pledge allegiance to Hedley Lamar.
Oh yeah. I mean, honestly, I think, like, the scene where he's with the governor in the governor's office and they're playing with the paddle, like just like the little, like, the combination of, like, Mel Brooks' physical like comedy and like him being just kind of this wheezy little shit, and like how he's talking and like the patter back and forth, like that always just it gets me.
It's great.
That guy makes me cry.
I mean, that line. I didn't get a run out of that guy. You watch your ass. Like that bit.
It's really good. Yeah. Good movie.
I think so.
So where are we ranking it, Oz? I mean, you got to put it on our list, man.
Yeah, I can't, obviously.
I need to pull it up because I don't remember what my list is.
I can read it to you. You got Jackie Brown 1, Cure 2, The Handmaiden 3, Saving Private Ryan 4, A Few Good Men 5, Fantastic Mr. Fox 6, Annie Hall 7, The Sixth Sense 8, Shaun of the Dead 9, and The Shape of Water 10. So if you put this on your 10, we're knocking one off. Just a reminder.
I mean, if this doesn't make your 10, we might not be talking after this.
If you're like,
so I'm putting it above A Few Good Men.
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
that's pretty high.
One spot above it.
Okay, I'm inserting one row above, and I'm putting
what number is that?
I'm just
that is number
I'm just wondering
5.
what dog shit movie you watched that, like, The Shape of Water be?
Hmm?
Did you say
What did
The
you
Shape
say?
of Water was your 10th?
That's
Oh.
the
It was number 10. It just got
It
cut.
just got knocked.
It was number 10. It just got
It
cut.
just got knocked
It was number 10. Yeah, I'm saying what
off of
What
what
was
we
worse
off of
than
what we
Shape of Water?
watched. Off
We've
of what
only
Oh, you just
had-
watched 10.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay.
nothing
Yeah,
yet.
gotcha.
It was-
Okay.
this is the
like,
first
that's a bit
time.
like,
he's been
I-
listening.
Yeah. I am putting this. You know what's funny is I think I'm putting it in the same spot as you, but my order is very different. I have Handmaiden 1, Jackie Brown 2, Annie Hall 3, Saving Private Ryan 4, The Sixth Sense 5, Fantastic Mr. Fox 6, Few Good Men 7, Shaun of the Dead 8, and The Shape of Water 9. I think I'm putting this at 5 also, just above The Sixth Sense.
But you don't knock anybody off yet.
I don't get to knock anyone off because that's my 9th.
Yeah.
Or this is my 10th.
But you do have Shape of Water at the bottom.
Shape of Water is number 10 for me as of now. So it's number 5 on my list. And we have one more thing to do before we wrap up.
That voodoo that you do.
It is time to look at what movie we are watching next.
Oh, yeah,
and
let's see.
Oz, it is your time to shine, man, because we're doing your first of your 5 faves. Your 5, unless you've changed it. Are you changing your 5? Because we flirted with that in the past. I will, while you're thinking about that, I will say I did change one of my 5
Oh, no.
since we last recorded. I did take off Midnight Run, which is a movie I adore, but I did take off Midnight Run because I really want to watch Under the Skin, and we're putting it on my 5. So Under the Skin is now on my 5. So my 5 is now Cure, Under the Skin, Michael Clayton, Francis Ha, and First Reformed.
For those following at home.
That's right. So Oz, your 5 are currently The Secret in Their Eyes, There Will Be Blood, No Country for Old Men, Children of Men, and Sicario. Are you changing your 5 or are you keeping it?
I'm going to keep it for now.
Okay.
Okay. You can't
So
take
what are you
one off
picking?
we watched, though.
What's that?
What are you picking for us to watch?
I said you can't, after we watch
I've
one, you
been
can't be like,
I've been
"That's the
thinking
one."
about this. I've been thinking about this all week. 'Cause
Oh.
There's some important movies on this list that Davey over here hasn't seen.
I
That's
think
true.
I think any of them.
Yeah.
But I think in honor of PTA coming out with a movie
Oh.
very soon,
I'm
we're gonna watch
excited.
There Will Be Blood.
I have a competition in me. Me, my son JB, we're an oil man.
Spoilers.
9 out of 10 will come here and they won't tell you they'll lose their tools down the hole.
We got a PTA fan over there.
Also, don't read that. That book is boring as shit. I mean, like the first half of it's great, but like the last half of it is like adventures in communism, and it gets really shitty. Sorry, just
You don't have to sell me on not reading a book. I'll tell you that right now.
Okay, so There Will Be Blood is our next movie.
Excited.
This is my number 2 movie of all time.
Really?
Just putting that out there.
Yeah, me too.
Number 2.
Never seen it.
It's pretty good.
We'll
pretty
see.
good.
Let's see. I think I gave. I mean, the last 2 have been bangers. We'll say
Yeah. I mean,
from the pick.
we're in the 5 faves,
Well,
so
I assume we will be good.
let's hope.
There will be blood, and it will be good.
It will be good. I think.
Oh, should we look up how to watch this?
Oh yeah, sure. You want to look that up,
You
Dave?
sound so disappointed.
You want to look that
Yeah,
up?
I got that.
I got it on DVD.
So now you got this one on DVD.
DVD,
But
you
it's-
gotta get the Blu-ray of this movie, bro.
Yeah, but I don't have my collection is from 2008 through 2010, so I have all DVDs. I don't have any
We
Blu-rays.
got Paramount, YouTube
It's free on
Hulu.
Paramount.
with subscription, Prime, Fubu.
How much? It's $4 on Prime.
No, with subscription.
Well, that means subscription to Paramount
No,
Plus.
Amazon Prime. No, 2 different
It
things.
does.
Trust me.
No, but it says Paramount.
I know.
Oh, but because it's on
telling
Paramount, you think it's
yeah,
that?
because you can rent it through Paramount Plus on Amazon.
Gotcha.
It's the inception of the streaming services.
Yes,
Yeah.
don't you love it?
Yep, he's absolutely
Beautiful
right. I'm looking
future
at
we
it right
live in.
now. Dystopia.
Yeah, but anyway, Oz, thank you for being here as always.
Yeah, appreciate it, guys.
Dave, thank you for being here.
Every time.
And Eamon, thank you for joining us. It was a pleasure having
Thanks
you.
for having me.
And our first guest.
Yeah, you have the honor of being the first guest, and hopefully this isn't the last time you're on here. I know you have another movie in mind, so when we get to it, we'll see if you want to come back.
Yeah, absolutely.
And please follow us. We have an Instagram, The First Watch Pod. You can also email us at firstwatchpod@gmail.com. Send us some emails. Still don't know. We're going to keep saying this. Still don't know if we're going to do anything with any emails that get sent into us. But feel free to send it.
Full disclosure, at the time of recording, I have not checked it. So
I have been checking it.
Oh, good.
We got a couple.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it all just ads stuff?
Not all.
Okay, good.
Most.
Some penis enlargement pills.
Yeah, you know.
There's like a burner Pornhub login on there. You know?
Yeah. Please don't check
Using
it.
the podcast credit card.
That's right. But I think that does it, guys. Look forward to the next episode. There will be blood. A very good year in 2007 for the Academy Awards, and the Best Picture didn't win Best Picture, even though it was a very good movie.
And the movie that beat it out is also on my list.
It is, which is a very good movie, but it's not quite as good as this movie. So look forward to that next episode, and until next time, peace.